I've been biking somewhat seriously for the past 14 years, and I use that term loosely. And about 90% of my rides are done solo just because it's the most convenient way for me to ride my bike, but also because I'm in this no man's land of cycling where if I want to ride at my ideal pace, I am too fast for my friends and family, but I'm also too fixie and too fun for the roadie group rides. I've made a lot of mistakes and I've learned a few things over the years to make my solo riding as fun as possible. Here's my tips for biking solo. Oh, that's sandy. Ooh, it's sandy. Oh, that's loose. All right, pardon me while I continue to beat this dead horse that GCN seems to beat in pretty much every single one of their videos, but it does help if you plan your ride. And in my mind, I don't really like to plan my rides like down to the very last turn and every stop and say I'm going to spend 30 minutes at the cafe where I have 20 minutes for drinking a matcha latte and 10 minutes for pooping. I don't like to do that. I just like to split it up into rides where I'm going around somewhere or I'm going to somewhere. And today I'm going to somewhere. I'm riding from my home in Rancho Cordova up to Folsom Lake. I'm gonna do some trails which require two hands because the Gravel King SS's aren't able to keep up with this much sand. And then I'll go back and go home. Oh, it's so soft. Okay, I want my SKs. And I don't like to plan out every single little detail of the ride because the planning to me a lot of times can get in the way of just getting on my bike and enjoying the ride. But generally, I just plan how far I'm going, about how long it's going to take, and that's enough for me. Because a lot of the fun of cycling is just leaving it open-ended and just going where you and your bike want to go and allowing space for that. So the most planning I'll do is just like, I'm going here today, and I'm generally going to take this route because exploration is a huge part of cycling that I enjoy, and that makes it fun. So I generally just keep it to where I'm going, how long I'm going to be out. Can I make that? Let's see if I can make this. All right. Oh my gosh, what is slipping? Is that my cog? Might need to recheck my cog. Oh, looks like that horrible noise I'm experiencing is my lock ring and my cog slipping because I just recently did a deep clean of my drivetrain and I did not tighten down my lock ring enough. I've never used a torque wrench in my life. That's it, there's no excuse for that. So I will probably not be going up to Folsom Lake, which is a perfect segue to the next point of the ride, is that it's okay not to plan the ride. I know, GCN heresy. A lot of the fun of biking is just having the freedom to do whatever you want and the spontaneity of going wherever you want to go or not go. For me, it's just fun to get out on my bike, whether the plan is optimized or not. And sometimes the optimization can get in the way of just having fun. And it's also fun to get lost on the bike and just see where the trail or the road takes me. And that's actually a big reason why I sold my bike GPS, is because it was kind of ruining the fun of exploring and getting lost, because I always knew where I was with the GPS right under my nose. And it kind of felt like trying to watch a movie for the first time with somebody who's seen the movie 100 times, and before every big moment, they spoil it. I've also just kind of gone back to the original purpose of using a cell phone, which is just bringing it in case of emergencies. And because for me, the bike is a time to get away from technology and to be quiet and alone with my thoughts. And I feel like not planning so meticulously is the best way to experience that. I have never been over here and it looks like fun. I think it's a horse trail, which means bikes are not allowed, which means this is the trail I want. And another, oh my gosh. Oh, you should communicate with loved ones. And every time I go out for a ride, I just tell Chloe, hey, this is where I'm going. I'm going around the neighborhood for an hour, or I'm going up to Folsom Lake. I'll be back in 2 hours, whatever it is, just so that they know that I'm not in danger. Because like when I was living with my parents and my dad was riding the All City Nature Boy, he would just disappear on the bike on odd mornings and come back like 4 or 5 hours later. And the whole time I'm sitting at home like, did my dad get hit by a car? Did he get mugged? Like, what the heck is going on? Luckily that never happens and he always came home safe. But all of that worrying can just be prevented. Oh, also my dad has a very bad habit of just completely disappearing for long hours without his cell phone. But all of that worry can be prevented if you just said, hey, I'm going out for a ride, I'll be back this afternoon or whatever. Just little communication goes a long way. Also, they know, oh my gosh. No, not doing that. See, if I had done that, I probably would have crashed. And then Chloe would be worried and give me a call in an hour and a half because I told her I'll be back in 2 hours. Getting paralyzed energy right there, especially on a brakeless fixed gear. It also really helps to bring basic tools. I don't have an outboard bearing bottom bracket tool to fix my lock ring, so I'll just be riding kind of chill today and I will fix it at home. But if anything else happens, here's the tools I bring. I bring a tool roll, a tube, my wallet. Money is a great tool that you should always have if you're going out alone. And inside the tool roll, I just have basically the things to fix a flat. So I have a wrench to take off my wheels. I have tubeless flat repair, bacon strip kind of things that I've luckily never had to use. I have CO2 and an inflator, and it would also be a good idea to carry Allen keys. Do I even have those with me? Okay, I have a tiny set of Allen keys. I just use this tiny set because I'm pretty confident in my bike fit and my ability as a mechanic, despite my lock ring being loose and my cog slipping on me. So this is the tiniest Allen key set so that I could fit it in here and not, because I never really use it. Oh, I also have Allen keys on my keys. That's kind of fun. I use this more than my Allen key set because this is a 4 and a 5. This is from what are they called? Wow, when I want the logo, they don't have the logo. Runwell Japan. And I just keep it on my keys. This is really nifty because most of the things that need adjustment, like your stem and your handlebars and your saddle and seat post stuff, is just a 4 and a 5. So the other Allen keys are a little bit superfluous because the other stuff doesn't need adjusting that much. But yeah, those are the tools I carry. It's helpful to just bring them every time so that if a mechanical does happen, which they frequently do happen on my rides, my group rides I should say, not really my solo rides. I usually have tools in case someone else has a mechanical because my bike is usually in working order, except today. It's just good to have tools so that you can not get stranded and I don't have to call Chloe to come pick me up in the middle of the American River. Tools won't fix crashing on this steep, rocky, baby heady horse trail. I don't bring lights every single time I ride, but I do bring them when I am riding close to sunset or if it's just on the bike already. Lights are a very good way to not get hit by a car. So that's pretty sick. If you're going out riding alone, it's also a good idea to know how to fix a flat so you're not doing this for 6 miles back home and the event that your friends or family cannot pick you up or fit you and your bike in the car. Oh, it's so rocky. It's so rocky. There's a million videos and even a million videos that I've made about how to fix a flat and why you should do it. And I would just say it's prerequisite knowledge if you're going to be riding your bike out alone, just for the peace of mind that you can get home. If I plan to be out for a bike ride for an hour or more, I will be sure to bring lots of food, water, and a little bit of money. Because I've had too many bike rides where I thought, oh, I'll just ride for an hour, I'll be back home, it's fine. And then I end up being out for like 2 or 3 or 4 hours, and then I end up bonking like 8 miles from home, getting dizzy and sitting on the side of the road because you're lightheaded and were dumb because you didn't listen to your mom's advice and pack that extra Cliff Bar and bottle of water just in case. It's not a fun experience. Nowadays I also have these with me because it gets very hot in Sacramento. Luckily it's pretty nice today, mid 80s, but so many times the extra bottle of water or the extra Cliff Bar, whatever snack it is, has bailed me out of a situation that could have been a lot more painful. Filipino moms are right. Eat more. Like, even if you don't think you'll need it, just take the water, just take the Cliff Bar. You might need it. You'll get hungry. That's the Filipino mom's favorite catchphrase. You'll get hungry. Eat. Yeah, a little bit. It is steep and rocky though, so use your best judgment.
Oh, okay.
Over here doesn't go all the way down to the water. There's like a little cliff, yeah.
It's just a little lookout point.
Right, right. Have a good one. That guy knows how to solo ride. So, a lot of, oh my gosh. A lot of biking is just like dominated by competitive cycling where you need to ride as fast as possible and have all the gear and blah, 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 ad nauseum, you know. And I've, holy, nope, okay. And I found that when I just allow myself to enjoy the ride, I have more fun. Wow, what a concept. And when I just take the ride at my own pace, no matter what it is, because I'm not trying to impress anyone, this ride is for me and nobody else. And as long as I just keep having fun on my bike and riding at my own pace and my own style, I will keep riding more consistently and, you know, get fitter as a byproduct. But fun is key. Holy crap, it's so pretty here. What the heck? I think I kind of lied to that guy. I mean, I actually didn't know if it goes all the way down to the water. It's my first time here. Yeah, don't be afraid to ride however you damn please. Social media, be damned. That's sand. Yeah, no. The social media likes to show off the most epic rides possible, how fast, how far, how high people ride. But I think that kind of devalues the way that most people ride, which is just around where they live for maybe an hour or two at a time. And whenever I ride my bike for just like, it doesn't even matter how long, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I feel immensely better. And I'm always glad that I do it, even if it is kind of like a weenie bike ride, just because biking is so therapeutic to me. And yeah, I've just kind of embraced the fact that I don't care about stats. And it has led to me enjoying cycling a lot more, and to me doing the types of rides that whatever I want to do. And the bike that allows me to do those types of rides the most is my Wabi Thunder, because this is the most capable bike that I have. So, okay, goodbye, water bottle. This video is sponsored by Wabi Cycles. And I love this bike because it is a fat tire fixed gear. Right now I've got 45Cs in it. These are Gravel King SS's. I'm thinking that I probably want to put the SKs back on because there's a lot of sand by the river. But they are very fast on the pavement, which is nice. And that's the fun thing about being able to have a bike that can accommodate wide tires, is that you can change completely the way it rides just by changing the tires. And the Wabi Thunder can fit up to probably like 50C slicks. It's also really, that's a deer just running off down by the river. Are you seeing this? Bro, what the? Hello, deer. Another thing that makes the Wabi Thunder really capable, regardless of the conditions, regardless of the weather, is that it has mounts for everything. So you can put full fenders on it. I put full fenders on it when it's not summer. And also the front rack has just permanently been on this bike ever since I got it, because it's holds all my stuff, at least when the bag is closed. And Velo Orange Portour rack, like it can hold, what was it like 20 pounds on it, so I could get a pretty big honking bag of groceries in there. It's a lot of fun. And I have a spinny ratio on it, so it's 43-19 if you're wondering, and I will be experimenting with even spinnier because I feel like my legs have gotten to the point where I can spin even faster. If I only had one bike, this would be the most capable bike to have around, because it can do pretty much any type of riding that I want. On-road, off-road, it does it all. It's fun. Be sure to check out Wabi Cycles, linked in the description. While I'm stopped, I'll do a fit check. Wear whatever you want. A lot of people think that to ride a bicycle, you need to wear cycling specific clothing, but no, that's okay. People started riding bicycles in freaking top hats and three-piece suits. All right. So I am not overdressed riding a bicycle in my $15 Shrek t-shirt that I got from Target and a baseball cap. There's a lot of snooty people that think that there's a lot of rules to cycling. You gotta follow the rules if you want to be a real cyclist. But maybe just don't be a real cyclist. Maybe just have fun on your bike and wear whatever the heck you want. I have basketball shorts and barefoot shoes on that to complete my bicycle riding outfit. Wear whatever you're comfortable in. You don't need clipless shoes. You don't need the most form-fitting clothing to save the most watts, to get the most aerodynamic, okay? I like just wearing what I normally wear out every day so that I can just go to a place. Like, I'm not walking into Chipotle dressed like this, okay? I'm not walking into Chipotle at all. I'm not walking into Adalberto's dressed like this, because I have the most fun when I'm comfortable, and this is just what I'm comfortable in. And maybe it looks different from you, and that's the beautiful thing about cycling, is that you can do it however the frick you want. All right, so wear whatever you want, and by that note, also ride whatever bike you want. It'd be nice if it was a Wabi so that I could keep making these videos, but all you gotta do is keep watching these videos, so it's fine. Do whatever. I definitely lied to that guy. You can go down to the water here. I just did not know. I don't need to be on this big piece of concrete, but I want to be squatting on the river. Consider not recording your ride. A lot of you guys out there, when you record your rides, you feel like you gotta ride in a particular way. You gotta try to beat your personal records. You gotta ride a particular route in a particular direction so you can have a tailwind and, you know, get the best Strava stats. I also fell into that trap where I felt like I had to ride a certain way to get the most Strava clout, and then I stopped recording my rides, and it made my rides a lot more fun, because they say, like, no Strava, no rules, no Garmin or Wahoo, no rules. And it really is a lot more relaxing, a lot more fun when you mentally allow yourself to just take a break like this and, you know, stand on a little piece of concrete in the river. I don't care about my average speed, okay? I'm just here to enjoy myself. That is the whole reason I ride bikes, is just to enjoy myself. I'm not chasing Strava clout, and saying it out loud, it's kind of small PP energy, honestly. So if you are a serial ride recorder, maybe try not recording a ride and just enjoying yourself. This ride has quickly become a bike walk instead of a bike ride because I am not riding over these gaps, bro. And yeah, it's my ride, so I'm still having fun, and that's all that matters. Lastly, I would just say be aware. Like, biking has its own inherent risks. Just be aware of what those risks are. Whenever I'm out riding on the streets, I just assume that people in cars don't see me. I am invisible to people in cars. I have a superpower to drivers, and that is that it is impossible for them to see me. And that has led me to never being hit by a car in my 14 years of riding. I'm also just like generally aware of what areas not to be in. The heck is this? Oh, where am I? Like, if you're in Sacramento, maybe ride a little bit faster in South Sac. Or when I went to Chicago, I asked, because Chloe and I plan on moving there maybe at the end of next year, I asked the Lyft driver, which areas should I stay away from? And he said, don't go too far west, don't go too far south. If you see a street sign and it says 60 something, just turn around. I was like, all right, that's good advice. Know where not to be. And also out here, I know there's rattlesnakes. I ran into one the other day, and that is just a risk that I'm aware of, so I know to look out for them and to, you know, not get bitten by a rattlesnake and die on the river. That'd be pretty nice. But, time for me to get home and tie my lock ring. It's so loose. Yeah, be aware.